Good morning, children. Next operation on list is deletion operation. So, whenever we want to delete an element in a list, we have to use the deletion operation. So, Python provides operators for deleting or removing an item from a list. So, there are many methods for deletion. First, if index is non, you can use pop or del statement. If the element is known and the index is not known, then we can use the remove function. To remove more than one element, del method can be used. With list slice can be used. So let us see each of these methods. First one is pop method. It removes the element from the specified index and also returns the element which was removed. So pop method removes the element from the specified index and returns the element which was removed. So it can be written as the syntax is list dot pop in bracket the index. So here we have the index list L1 is equal to 1, 2, 5, 4, 70, 10, 90, 80, 50. So we have, when we do pop operation, so A is equal to L1 dot pop 1. So in pop function, the argument, that is inside the pop function, we are giving the argument as the index. So in the pop function we are giving the argument as index. So in the pop function we are giving the value 1. So 1 is the index of list L1. So from the list L1 we are deleting the element at index position 1. So at index position 1 we have the element 2. So what the pop function will delete the element 2. So you can see print L1 will delete, you can see the new list. In the same list itself, the pop function has deleted the element at index position 1. That is, you can see the element is being, this element is being deleted. If no index is provided in pop function, then the last element from the list is deleted. If no index value is provided in the pop function, then the last element from the list is deleted. That is L1 dot pop. Inside this no index is given. So the last element is deleted. So here we have a list L1 is equal to 100, 200, 300, 500. So here L1 dot pop of -1. We know that -1 means the index position, -1 means the last value in the list. That is, at -1 the index from left to right to left, the first position is indicated by -1. So this position will be indicated by -1, then -2, etc. So L1 dot pop -1 returns the value 500. Then we have studied pop function. You can see in pop function, after deletion the output is also printed. You can see in the pop function, after the deletion is performed, the output is again printed, that is 500 is printed. Here also you can see when the element is deleted, it prints the value. Whenever we perform the pop function, it always returns a value. Now let us see the delete statement. Delete statement removes the specified element from the list but does not return the deleted value. Like here in pop function returns the value after deletion, the delete function does not delete the value. Delete statement does not return the deleted value. So here we have a list L1 equal to 100, 200, 300, 400 and 500. So del statement can be written as del name of the list in square bracket the index. So in square bracket we have given the index 3. So at index position 3 the value is, here is index 0, 1, 2, 3. So at index position 3 the value is 400. At index position 3 the value is 400. So it will delete the value at index position 3. When we print the list, you can see the value 400 is deleted. The new output, you can see the value 400 is deleted. If an out of range index is provided with del and pop method, the code will result in runtime error. Suppose here only 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, only till index 4 is there. So if we provide index position 5 or any other index position which is not present in the list, it will create an error, that is a traceback error. This error, if the index is out of range, the error resulted is called index error. List index assignment, index out of range. So this error will take place if an index position is out of range index position is given inside the del or pop function. Also del can be used with negative index value also. So here we have L1 is our list 100, 200, 300, 400 and 500. So del L1 index -2 means it will delete the element at index position -2. Delete the element at index position -2. So we know that if the index is negative, it starts from right to left. So the element at index position -2 is 400. So when it prints L1, when we print L1, you can see 400 is being deleted from the list. Next, we told that we can use del function with slicing. If we want to delete multiple elements, here in pop and del we have deleted only a single element. If we want to delete multiple elements, we can use del function with slicing. So here we have a list L1 containing values 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Now if we want to delete a range of elements from a list, that is from index 2 to index 3, 2 elements 20 and 30 and 40. We want to delete these 2 elements. So we have a function del. Inside the del statement we can give a slice. So del statement together with slice we can delete multiple elements. So here what happens is, here at index position 2 the element is 30. So in slicing 2 colon 4 indicates from position 2 to 4 minus 1, that is from 2 to 3. So both to index position 2 and index position 3, the elements at these 2 positions will be deleted, and when we print the output you can see 30 and 40 are deleted. Next is remove function. Remove function is used when we know the element to be deleted. Only if we know the element to be deleted but we don't know the index. In such case we can use the remove function. If we don't know the index but we know the element to be deleted, in such case we will use the. So let us see the example. L1 is our list equal to 1, 2, 5, 4, 70, 10, 90, 80, 50 containing is a list. Then here in remove function the argument given is the value, not the index. Here in del and in pop the argument given is the index, but in case of remove we don't know the index position but we know only the element. So the argument given is the element. So here L1 dot, that is L1 is the name of the list, dot remove in bracket the element 90. So the above statement will remove the value 90 from the list. So print L1 will print the list and the element 90 is deleted from the list. You can see from this list the element 90 is being deleted. Here the 90 is being deleted in this list. Next is to search a list. List can be easily searched for values using the index method that accepts a value that is to be searched. The output is the index at which the value is kept. So an element can be searched in a list based on its index value. Its syntax is list name dot index in bracket the element. Here we have a list. List 1 is equal to 100, 200, 50, 400, 500, then a string Raman, 100, Ashwin. Then if we want to search a list, search a value, then it will return the index position where the value is located. So, name of our list, that is list1 dot index in bracket 400 will return the position at where 400 is located. So, 400 is located at index position 3. 100 is at index position 0, 200 at 1, 50 at 2 and 400 is at index position 3. If we search for a value in a list that is not present in the list, in such case an error is produced. Suppose we have a list, a previous list itself, and we search for a value that is not present in the list. Suppose we search for 70. So, we can search list1 dot index in bracket 700. So, it will result in an error, that is value error. 700 is not in list. So, it will result in an error called value error. Next is a program to find out whether an element is present in a list or not. So, for that, to check whether an element is present in a list, we can use an operator called in operator. This in operator will check whether an element is present in a list. So, we have the list, our previous list itself. Then we check 500 in list 1. This in operator will check whether the element 500 is present in list 1. So, if it is present, it will return true. If it is not present, it will not return, it will return false. Since 500 is present in the list 1, it returned true. If we check 700 in list 1, it will return false. Next is max function. Max function returns the element with the maximum value from the list. From the list, max function will return the maximum value from the list. So, to use the max function, all the values in the list must be of the same type. All the values must be of the same data type. So, here we have the list 3 is equal to 10, 20, 30, 40. To return the maximum value, we have max. In max is a function, so inside the bracket we are giving the argument. What is given inside the bracket of a function is called the argument. So, the argument given is the name of the list, that is list 3. So, it will return the value in the list, that is 40. You can see the maximum value in this list is 40. Maximum value in the list is 40. Now, next example, list 4 is equal to A, capital A, small a, capital B, small c. Now, we have capital letters and small letters. So, before I have told you that the capital letters have smaller ASCII values compared to that of small letters. So, capital A has smaller ASCII value compared to small letter a. So, and capital Z has smaller ASCII value compared to that of small letter a. After all the ASCII values are given for each A to Z, ASCII values are given for capital A to Z, that is from A to Z, then only the ASCII values are given for small letter a to Z. So higher ASCII values are for small letters than the capital letters. So small letter A has ASCII value greater than that of the capital Z. So A, I think the ASCII value is 65, then for B 66 and so on, like up to Z. Then comes the small letter A, then small letter B and so on. So when we print max of list 4, that is from the list 4 the maximum value, it will return the output as small letter A, because small letter A has the highest ASCII value than all the capital letters. So small letter A, the output will be returned as small letter A. Next is we have a list containing characters. So all the letters are written in small letters. So it will just compare the ASCII value of the first letter. So we alphabetically, Shelley is the list having the highest ASCII value. So first letters only will be compared. So first letter is A in the first element, then in second element it is B, and the third element it is S. So the ASCII value for Shelley will be high because the first letter is S. So the maximum value will be Shelley. Next is list Shelley and Surpreet. In this program, two elements with same first letter. So it will compare the second letter of both the elements. First letter is same, so it will compare the second letter. Here the first letter is same, so it will compare the second letter. Here the second letter is H and here it is U. So alphabetic order, U comes second. So hence the ASCII value for U is also greater than that of H. So the highest maximum value is Surpreet. Next is the min function. So min function returns the element with the minimum value from the list. To use the min function, all values in the list must be of same type as the max function. So the min function returns the minimum value. So in the list 10, 20, 30, 40, min function return the value, minimum value as 10. Here also in the min function returns the value, minimum value as capital A, because capital A has the smallest ASCII value compared to all the other letters. Then here also Ashwin has the smallest ASCII value than the other letters, because it will compare the first letters of. So first letter of the element Ashwin is having the ASCII value, smallest ASCII value. So it returned the minimum element as the Ashwin. If the first letters are same only, it will check the second letter. Then here the same thing, Ashwin is the minimum because all others are having the ASCII values greater than this. Okay, thank you children. These programs we will discuss in the next class.